fans, this is Chess Gold, Chess to Impress, with another golden chess position from the history of the game. And Chess to Impress is about you showing this position to your friends, to your peers in your chess club. It will impress them. It's one of the famous positions from the history of the game, as I said. This is a very quick game, a mate in the Budapest gambit, an opening for black, which he can play against the opening move d2, d4, and if white is not careful, there is a sudden checkmate in the position. Let me show you how it goes. So this can only be after white plays d2, d4, knight f6 and c2, c4, the most common move after knight f6, and then black enters the Budapest gambit with e7, e5. If you see this for the first time, it might look a bit strange because white just can't capture this pawn. And then black plays knight g4, and in most variations he gets the pawn back, and actually we will see how this works. White protects the pawn on e5 with knight f3, and black attacks it a second time with knight c6. White does not want to give the pawn back quite yet and plays bishop f4 to protect the pawn. Quite a common move is now bishop b4 check, and white has to shield the check. He does not really want to play the knight to c3, because if the bishop takes, then he has to take back with the b pawn and gets an ugly pawn structure. So knight b to d2 is a perfectly normal move. And black can attack the pawn on e5 for a third time with queen e7. Now both knights and the queen are attacking the pawn on e5. And it's only protected by two pieces. There's no other way for white to protect the pawn on e5 again, so he will lose the pawn. But what he can do, and it's a perfectly okay move to play, is play a2, a3 to kick the bishop away. But now comes a surprising move from black. He takes the pawn. Knight takes e5 and completely ignores his bishop being attacked. Now it's quite tempting for white to take the bishop, and in my database I have seen many white players who fell for this trick. There's even a game, and I won't mention the name, but there's a game from a player at candidate master level who fell for this. If white takes the bishop on b4, then out of the blue the game is over with knight d3 checkmate. Of course, the queen on e7 does a great job by pinning the pawn on e2, and as you can see, the white king is completely locked in, smothered by its own pieces, and the game is over. Knight d3 checkmate. Very surprising. And as I said, all natural moves in the Budapest gambit variation, apart from the last one where white greedily took the bishop on b4 and gets punished. Let me show you quickly what white should have done. Instead of a takes b4, he could have taken on e5 and then knight takes e5, and again you cannot take on b4 because knight d3 check is still in the position. The other knight will then deliver checkmate. But e2, e3 is a perfectly normal move, and it's the main move in the position. And then black has to do something about his bishop. So bishop takes d2 check, queen takes d2, and for example d6, which is one of the main lines, and is a perfectly normal position on the board, about equal. So this is how white should play it instead of falling for the mate in one trick. Hope you like this, one of the quickest checkmates in chess, and in an opening which seems perfectly normal until white grabs a piece that he should not have grabbed. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up please, and subscribe, then you will be notified when I post my next video. This is Chess Gold, Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.